The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Prices hit $2.40 a litre in Vancouver. They just jumped 10 cents a litre in one day in other markets. And what's the NDP Liberal solution? More price gouging. The costly coalition voted to triple the tax on gasoline and other essentials. The biggest price gougers in Canada are these two parties that form this costly coalition. When they do triple the tax, how much will it cost to buy a litre of gas across Canada?
Hey, the Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, a number of years ago, 6 years ago, this government moved forward to make sure that pollution was no longer free anywhere in this country. That is a core part of fighting climate change. But at the same time as we move forward with...
I'm sorry, what?
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, a number of years ago, 6 years ago, this government moved forward to make sure that pollution was no longer free anywhere in this country.
Fantastic. Everybody, this is the best news because now Justin Trudeau has just ousted himself to say that he and his government will be paying $5 to $10 million in carbon tax per year because that's how much he spends with his jet. That's how much he spends on jet fuel. So this is fantastic. So he should be, I don't know, he's going to fix it himself. He himself will fix no more hurricanes just because of his tax from his jet. We win. Woo! We win, everybody. This is great news.
That is a core part of fighting climate change. But at the same time as we move forward with a price on pollution across the country, we ensured that we return more money than the average family pays out with that price on pollution in the areas in which it applies. That is how we ensure we are fighting climate change and putting more money in Canadians' pockets who need it.
The Honourable Leader.
Also, pollution is not free. I don't know where, like, what kind of misinformation and disinformation they're trying to talk about. Even littering isn't free. Did you know that, everybody in the chat? Littering isn't free. If you want to litter, you have to go and buy something. It's not free. You can't litter for free. You have to actually purchase something to then litter. So to pollute, you have to purchase gas, which they're already having record profits right now because gas is so expensive. So even without the carbon tax, even without their climate tax, gas is still at an all-time high. So it's never free to do that. It's just, it's the most ridiculous thing.
The Opposition.
That's factually false. His own parliamentary budget officer said that in the 4 provinces where the rebates exist, 60% of people pay more in carbon tax costs than they get back in rebates. And in 6 provinces out of 10, they don't get any rebate at all, even though the federal government will force those provinces to triple the tax after a vote by the costly coalition of the NDP and Liberals. How much will Eastern Canadian rural families be forced to pay in higher taxes on their home heating when this Prime Minister triples the carbon tax?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
You know what Eastern Canadians are seeing right now, what they told me? They told me they're worried for the fact that there are going to be more intense storms in the coming years, that their kids and their grandkids are going to face a world in which extreme weather events are increasingly frequent, which will threaten not just their communities, not just their way of life, but their very future. The fact is, we need to continue to step up in the fight against climate change, something conservative politicians don't seem to understand, and the model that we have of putting a price on pollution returns more money every year to families who need it. That's the model we have. That's how we're helping Canadians as we fight climate.